Following the $2 billion success of No Way Home, Marvel found itself in a difficult position. By uniting 3 generations of Spider-Man, they reached a shattering peak that left very little room for a traditional sequel to go anywhere but down. The result is a Peter Parker stripped of every advantage. He is now erased from global memory, isolated from his peers, and completely cut off from the billionaire Stark tech that defined his previous adventures. To navigate this, Marvel tapped director Destin Daniel Cretton to execute a sharp creative pivot. He isn't trying to outscale the multiverse. He is actively shrinking the focus. This project is being framed internally as a Spider-Man 1.5. It bypasses the scope of a standard blockbuster to focus on a street-level lens, forcing Peter back to absolute basics. Implementing a franchise reset through these physical constraints provides a path away from the fatigue of infinite realities. By making Peter's world smaller, the stakes can once again feel personal and grounded. Gone are the high-tech, nanotech Iron Spider suits that could survive space. Instead, a DIY aesthetic, born from a sewing kit in a dingy apartment. The new suit is made of bright red and blue cloth. It moves like real fabric, creasing and folding as Peter swings, which signals a move away from the armored, tactical look of Phase 4. This shift toward physical reality extends beyond the costume. The production is abandoning the safety of green screen volumes to film in actual, practical locations. This wide shot shows Glasgow, currently doubling as a gritty New York City. The older buildings provide a texture that CGI struggles to replicate. The art department cordoned off nearly 60 streets, outfitting them with Manhattan road signs and American flags to complete the illusion for the cameras. Even the smallest details were handled manually. Tom Holland's younger brother, Patty, worked in the art department specifically to weather the environment, physically scraping gum into the pavement to make the fake New York feel lived in. Filming on real asphalt and amidst actual urban grime forces the action to change. It demands a heavier, more tactile style of filmmaking, where every single fall looks and physically feels incredibly damaging. Abandoning CGI gloss for hand-stitched cloth and dirty pavement places Peter's struggles back in a world of physical consequences. When he takes a hit in this suit, on this street, he looks vulnerable. But that physical vulnerability is also psychological. Peter is ignoring the warning Andrew Garfield's variant gave him, that total isolation has profound effects on the human being behind the mask. This self-imposed loneliness has triggered a personality role reversal between Peter and the memory-wiped MJ. While Peter has adopted a newfound cynicism, Zendaya's MJ has taken on his old optimism without realizing it. They are in the same city, but tonally they are worlds apart. The world around them is getting darker. Jon Bernthal is returning as the Punisher, marking the first time this vigilante has occupied Peter's PG-13 world. The director had to maintain the intensity of Frank Castle's television origins while fitting him into the film's specific tone. It required a careful balancing of the Punisher's methods against the rules of a theatrical Spider-Man movie. Peter will also have to contend with a mysterious new threat, played by Stranger Things alum Sadie Sink. Sink bypassed the standard audition process entirely. The director and producers brought her on board based on an immediate intuition that she was the only choice for this specific role. Surrounding a vulnerable Peter with memory-wiped allies and brutal vigilantes creates a crucible. This intense crucible forces the character to finally mature and evolve in a way that the previous films simply never could. This evolution is tied directly to the title, Brand New Day, which references a controversial comic book era where Peter's reality was completely reset. A standard 3-act structure builds narrative from left to right to resolve the conflict, but this film changes where the payoff happens. Tom Holland confirmed the title's true meaning is withheld until the absolute final frame. It's the last thing seen before credits roll. Anchoring the resolution to the final 24 frames changes how the audience views the movie. Instead of waiting for a climax, you are actively investigating every scene, looking for the clue that justifies the film's name. Ultimately, putting Peter through this isolated, gritty crucible serves a much larger, long-term purpose for the entire overarching franchise. By stripping away his mentors and leaving him with physical and emotional scars, The script transitions Peter from an Avengers mentee into a seasoned teacher. Dismantling Peter's established life provides context for what comes next. With him now battle-worn and experienced, the stage is set for Miles Morales' live-action debut.